Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 9th. We're just going to jump right in here, Scorpio, and we're going to see what is going on for you. You have this new life and this go the distance card. I do feel that, we have the eclipse at the end of the week. Eclipses are pretty powerful, and you can definitely feel them. You're probably feeling it right now. I'm doing this video on whatever today is. my watch isn't showing me. I think it's the 2nd of October. So, you could be feeling pulled in new directions. I actually feel you kind of feel more motivated to me as well. So you might be feeling motivated to, get moving on a new life or to really go the distance. That go the distance card kind of represents seeing something through to the end, and I feel a lot of you, very driven, motivated energy going on here. So I feel like you are feeling motivated to accomplish some, bigger things in your life. You have the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Wands. So this could be love that's showing up here. Of course, this would be amazing for love. I love the Queen and King of Wands showing up together in a reading, because to me they're like pretty much the best divine counterparts. They have a lot of desire for each other. They're both very driven. They both really want to kind of put the work in to make something work as well. And plus you have the Ace of Cups as well. So if you want love, this looks amazing. Even if you don't, and even if you do, this is also amazing for whatever it is that you are working on. The Queen of Wands points towards the sun with that sunflower that she's holding. And so she's very focused on, kind of working on something in her life. I feel like what you're working on is very clearly a new direction, something that you're feeling called to do. I'll show you why. You have the Judgment card and the 8 of Wands showing up here. I feel like this is something that feels like a little bit of a dream, I think we're all, just in general, I think we're all being called to do the impossible right now. We have Neptune and Pisces. Neptune and Pisces is your crazy ass idea. Neptune and Pisces is that thing that you kind of want to accomplish in your life, like goal, wish, dream, that just seems out of reach, that just seems like you can't accomplish it. And that's why I encourage people every single freaking reading to try to accomplish something that seems hard, because you can right now, because of Neptune and Pisces. If you put the work in, yes, it's not going to be easy. And sorry that, no one's ever told you that life isn't easy, right? But, what I would say here is that, maybe it's going to be a little bit of a challenge or a little bit of an obstacle, but if you put the work in, I feel you will be successful with the Ace of Cups. So, I would put the work in. Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, being really happy that you're doing something as well. That's the other thing. Queen of Wands, she really focuses on only doing things that make her feel good. And the Ace of Cups is all about feeling good, right? It's like if it doesn't feel good, you obviously aren't going to feel fulfilled in doing whatever it is that you're doing. You have the King of Wands here. King of Wands, very driven, motivated energy. Again, I get a very driven, motivated energy. Both of these cards too. Judgment is feeling motivated to have a new beginning. Judgment is a card of, moving closer to your purpose. 8 of Wands is quick movement. It's like really charging forward, really kind of like making something happen. So let's see. With the Queen of Wands, you have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is being ready for an adventure. And so I feel you're probably going on a new adventure here. With the Ace of Cups, look at this, 10 of Pentacles, really good reading. I think you had one of the better readings, if I'm not mistaken, for the eclipse, the eclipse readings that I did, right? I think yours was one of the better ones, if I'm not wrong. And, again, I do feel this could be a good time for you. Really could be improving your finances. You could be working on, securing your finances for the future as well. With the 10 of Pentacles, again, it's pretty much impossible to be alive right now and to not be working on your finances. All that energy in Taurus, it's like there's so many subtleties of Taurus that I think some people miss out on. The whole point of Taurus is freedom, and, part of it. And it is like one of the subtleties of Taurus that nobody talks about, except for me. I talk about it all the time, that really you could be very driven to create more freedom or, to set yourself free in some way. And, that would be what I would be focusing on here. With the King of Wands, you have the Page of Pentacles, something new. This is the Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like there's something new here that you're prepared for. I actually see you making a lot of progress. I'm not the biggest fan of the Knight of Pentacles personally. He's too slow. He doesn't take big enough risks. He's not willing to take a risk anyway. And so, I'm just not the biggest fan of him. But again, I feel it's time for you to take some sort of big risk here with this Knight of Pentacles energy, for sure. Next, you have this Deer Spirit. It says, bring a gentle touch. You have this White Raven. It says, trust and magic. This is showing up in the area of the unexpected. And so again, the Trust and Magic card is kind of like telling me to trust in Neptune and Pisces. Like I said, Neptune and Pisces, I think we have to really dream big and go for it, even if it is something we want seems impossible. I encourage people to get ahead of the energy and to come up with something. Like if you don't have something that seems impossible for you, I don't care what it is. I don't care how big or small it is either. People, ask me all the time. They're like, it would be hard for me to, do something that's maybe seems small to other people. I'm like, that's good. If it's hard for you, that's all that matters. You're causing yourself to grow, right? So again, there's no shame here. Your goal doesn't have to be some big, crazy thing, but it could just be big for you, right? It could be something that's hard for you to do. And it could be about anything. It could be going out on a date. Maybe you're afraid of people. Again, no shame here, right? So it's like, whatever it is, I would just like set the goal and try to make it happen because it looks like you can. That's why. So I would get moving. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Judgment card, and the King of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is like really putting in the work. He is my card of diligent effort. He's really putting in the work into one thing, and he's kind of making it happen. So if you could do that, I feel that's where all your success is going to come from. Eight of Pentacles also kind of represents material success on the horizon. So I do feel like there's a lot more success coming in for you in the future. You have the Judgment card. It's like you're waking up to something. There is clearly, when we have two cards like this, that represent communication or receiving a wake-up call like the Judgment card does. The Eight of Wands also represents communication. So, I would say that there is probably some like heavy communication or something is communicating with you. The Judgment card, these people are in these coffins, and the coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin represents their new life. So I kind of feel like you're stepping into a new life here, or you're kind of like moving into something new, if that makes sense. You have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is a card of stability, and so I feel like you're creating a lot of stability in your life with the King of Pentacles, or you're trying to. With all the energy in Taurus, it's kind of impossible for you specifically, Scorpio, to not be focused on this. Again, it's going to be one of those things that's probably always going to be in the back of your mind. It's like if you're getting into a relationship, is this going to last? If you're starting a business or starting a career, is this going to be something I can do for the next 20 years? It's like, you're probably just those back of the mind thoughts that you will be having about things are going to be more about security and stability and stuff like that. And sorry, I still have COVID, and actually I feel a little worse today, so bear with me. My throat, I don't know if you can tell, but my throat is killing me right now. But anyway, what I would say here is that the King of Pentacles kind of really says that you need to kind of focus on that stability and creating more stability in your life. But let's see what is going on for you with the Eight of Pentacles. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Four Cups. If you are attracting love, I love this Four Cups. This is from the White Sage Tarot. And those three cups are pouring into one cup. So, this Four Cups to me kind of represents you attracting a very fulfilling situation, like a person who really pours into you, a person who, really gives to the connection. And I feel like that's what you could be, attracting here with the Four Cups. With the Judgment card, you have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is really kind of about financial stability. So I feel like you could be creating a lot of financial stability, or you're working towards creating a lot of financial stability in your life. And I would say that's like a good thing, which, the whole entire reading seems to be talking about that. One thing I will say, though, is the Four of Pentacles kind of says that you need to do something that you've never done before. And again, I do think that's very true for water signs in particular as well. Us water signs, we really need to kind of look at the areas of our life that have just been the same. And we need to break free from that. I mean, literally, the King of Pentacles is a card of convention. He represents the way things have always been done. So again, the one thing that'll trip us water signs up is thinking, I'll just keep doing things the same way. So we have to experiment. We have to try new things. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Star. Definitely some sort of wish fulfillment coming in for you. I do feel like there's like a wish coming in for you here for some reason. The star can definitely represent a wish, but I don't really look at it as that big of a wish, because to me, the star is about having a North Star, having something that you work towards. Not really a wish, but what I will say is that normally the lady on the star, she's pouring water onto land, and the water being poured onto the land kind of represents, it basically says what's possible for one person is possible for you. So again, I would have that big, crazy dream, goal, wish, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, and I would start working towards it, because it looks like you're going to be successful very quickly. Next in the area, what are we doing? What's coming towards you? You have this card that says In Perfect Harmony, and you have a Storyteller card as well. With the storyteller card, you're not the only person that's had something about this. I would be careful. It seems to me like, what I will say is also eclipses. They can be times of like destiny or fate. So I do think we should be careful of like the things that we say about ourselves, the words that we use on ourselves, right? During these eclipses. So, yeah, I know that the eclipse isn't until Saturday, but, the 14th, if you're watching this early. And what I would say is, I would still be careful. Eclipses kind of pick up energy they kind of pick up energy earlier, and, they can last for a long time as well. Again, you'll be dealing with this energy for the next 6 months. So, what I would say is I would be very careful of your words and, what the things that you say about yourself. And I would make sure also, but this can be a good thing because you can speak things into existence. And, that's what I feel is going on here. There could also be love that's coming in that will kind of really be in perfect harmony. You have the Strength card, the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. The Strength card, kind of tells me that you've been waiting for something. And you've been working on this for a very long time, whatever you've been waiting for. So maybe you've been improving yourself or doing some self-improvement, things like that. And, I kind of feel like you could be getting the benefits from any self-improvement that you've been doing. I'm not really getting much there. That's like all I'm getting. You have the Eight of Wands. So again, I feel like there could be communication, of course, coming in for you. If you want love, amazing for socializing. But really, I feel that this plus the Judgment card is saying you need to answer the call. There's some sort of news or call. Didn't I title, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure it was you. Didn't I title your reading Answer the Call or Pick Up the Call or something like that? I'm pretty sure that was you. I could be wrong, but it might have been Leo, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was you. Where I said like answer the call. I am getting the same exact thing here. That's crazy. I haven't had that happen in a long time. Where it's like I just realized that like I'm getting the same exact thing. So clearly you need to answer the call. It might literally be a phone call, but I kind of get the feeling that you're just being drawn in a new direction. The energy right now is kind of, it's not, I don't want to say it's subtle, but I think as far as life direction is concerned, again, Neptune and Pisces, right? We also have Saturn and Pisces, which is amazing. I think it's good because that Saturn energy will allow us to do this. The Saturn energy will allow us to bring this right here down to earth. The Seven of Cups is you having the dream. You thinking like, oh, I want love, or I want this business, or I want to create whatever you want to create, right? And so that Saturn energy allows you to bring it down to earth. So, yeah, this looks really good. I would answer the call. I'm pretty sure I said the same exact thing to you in the last reading. You have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is, of course, a card of wish fulfillment. So I do feel that there could be a wish. You have the star right here. The Nine of Cups is also a card of bathing in an energy of what you want. So you really have to make sure you're matching energy, and that seems to be important with that storyteller card. I would literally write your story out. And again, whether, I don't care if it's magical or not, but I'm telling you right now, scripting has completely changed my life. I've scripted so many things into my life. Is it magic? I don't know. I don't care. It just seems to work for me, right? It might not be magic. Maybe it just makes me, makes my mind go in the right direction, but that's good enough for me. I don't care how it works. All I care is that it seems to work for me. So I'm a big fan of scripting. I tell people all the time, guess what? It's free. It doesn't cost much to, I have this right here. Look, boom. I do it every single day. This is not the one that I use right here, but, I have a billion of these yellow pads. I pretty much do like 1 page a day. If I'm feeling motivated, I'll do like 10 pages, right? But, again, writing things down and writing my day how I want it to go is like the best thing I've ever done. With the Strength card, you have the Judgment card again. So again, you've been waiting for a call. I feel like you've been waiting for, permission, for some of you. And it's like you're getting the permission you desire to be, move in the right direction or whatever. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, a lot of people have been getting this week as well. It seems to me, Seven of Wands is my card of conviction. It says when you know that you're going to be successful in something, you will be. But we really have to believe things like deep down in our DNA with the Seven of Wands. So it just says like the deeper you believe something, the more likely it is you will be successful. So I definitely encourage you to believe that you can be successful as much as possible. And, I think that'll lead to a lot more success. It's like if you're, 110% committed to whatever your dream is with the Seven of Cups, then, nothing can get in your way. Nothing can stop you. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is about gratitude and being grateful for what you have. So, for a lot of you, I do feel like you need to be grateful for what is happening in your life. I feel like you need to be grateful for the opportunities that exist in your life as well. Five of Cups, really, again, the solution of the Five of Cups is gratitude. So, maybe some of you are grieving the loss of something that you no longer have, but it just encourages you to focus on what you do have, like I said. And if you can do that, I feel like you'll have a lot of good stuff. At the end here for this, you have this Money Manager card. It says, this is going to be the area of messages from your future self. And it says, expect positive financial changes in your life. There you go. Your hard work is now paying off. Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles literally is the card of hard work paying off. And it says, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Yeah, enjoy yourself. This also says, don't let people suck the air out of your spirit. I don't know what's going on. I don't even really see it necessarily for water signs, but every single water sign has had something, like during the eclipses and during these weekly readings as well, has had something about really needing to be careful of people in your life and the ones that like steal your energy or suck the fun out of the room, right? So I would make sure you're surrounding yourself with like good people, people who lift you up, people who encourage you, and all that other stuff. You have the Seven of Cups. Dream big, multiply it by 1,000. Right? that's been my mantra for like the last year or a couple of years, really. So I always tell people, are you going to get 1,000 times your wildest dreams? Probably not. But if you get 100 or 10 times better than what you originally wanted, that's 10 times better than what you originally wanted. So again, I'm a big believer in I think it's Les Brown who says that it's better to aim high and miss than it is to aim low and hit. Right? So what I would say here is I think it's better to have that impossible dream right now and to multiply it by 1,000 because, again, you might just get 10 times more than what you wanted. You have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is about following your heart and, sorry, definitely I think we're in a time where we need to follow our heart. Again, like a lot of you might be like saying, why are you doing readings when you have COVID? But like I always say, like I channel from source. It's like I always feel better after I do my readings. That's why I love doing readings when I'm sick. Because again, I'm not using my own energy, right? I'm channeling from source. So I always feel like 10 times better. That's why I always do it. But so again, I'm following my heart, right? And that's what I would do here is like your heart might be telling you to do things. And, that's what I would listen to, again, especially with the energy in Taurus. I keep picking up Taurus here as well. You don't have any cards of Taurus yet. That could change. We have 3 more clarifiers. But, I keep picking up on Taurus energy. So some of you might be dealing with a Taurus. You might have a Taurus coming in. You have the Six of Pentacles here, equal give and take. Again, with the eclipse, I think, the eclipse is going to be exposing truths, as I've said to everyone, but the truths that it's going to be exposing are like, if you're wasting time on something, you could say, this, activity or this business is a waste of time. And so then you have to live your truth and you have to take your energy away from wherever you're wasting your time and put it into something new. Six of Pentacles can just be cause and effect. And so I would really, pay attention to that. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, big celebrations coming in for you. There are people who want to help you as well, right here. So again, if you're dreaming of something that seems a little bit impossible, make sure to put the work in because I think you will accomplish something and it's going to lead to a lot of success. Again, I didn't even mention this, by the way, but, this card here, this new life card is my favorite card. It's like she's being lifted up on a pedestal. She's being lifted up into something much, much better. So, again, that's one of my favorite cards in the deck. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Five of Swords, some sort of separation here. I would take a risk as well. Maybe it's a risk to follow your heart. It is, right? And we need to not listen to people, like that card says. I literally said the same thing to Pisces. It's almost like water is being asked to do something, regardless of what, people in your life say. It's like that, I think that it's like people aren't inside your head, It's like nobody knows where you're coming from, really. So it's like you can explain something to people and they might give you advice, but it might be wrong. So I feel like this is saying don't listen to people who are kind of like saying you're not going in the right direction because you are. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Cups, yes, heading straight towards fulfillment. I feel like you're heading right towards a wish. You have all these wish cards. So again, I would make a wish, multiply it by 1,000 and, see what happens. Plain and simple. Let's see. We're going to pull 5 main themes here as well. You start with this Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. The whole entire reading basically says, tell the story you want. Tell the story of strength and being able to accomplish things and being successful. So I would really focus on your story. You have this Luminous Warrior card. So it's like you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. And again, I feel like you're like glowing at this time. You could be getting a lot of attention. I also feel like you're very much guided. Again, Judgment twice. You have the Star here. It's like the universe is really, kind of calling out to you is what I feel, which again, I'm pretty sure I said in your eclipse reading. And so clearly, it's funny that it comes up this week of the eclipse. You get the same message. I'm pretty sure it was you. So definitely something I would pay attention to. You have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is about seeing other ways of doing things. So again, this is definitely water and earth for whatever reason. Water and earth signs, I feel like really need to open up to other ways of doing things at this time. So, just make sure that if something doesn't work, don't keep trying to do it, right? Try something else. You have this sorcerer card, a little bit like the magician. I feel you're very much attracting things very quickly into your life. And you have this hollow bone card. It says teachability. Yeah, make sure that you're open to learning new ways of doing things. I feel like that will lead to the most success in your life. But I really like this reading for you. Looks really good. And I'm pretty sure it aligns with your eclipse reading, which is great. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.